So you want to post your content and you're not doing it. Why aren't you doing it? Have you ever saw a nice booty or a wonderful pair of titties and you thought about it for 20 minutes? What's stopping you from taking those 20 minutes of thought, condensing it to 10 minutes, and just putting those thoughts on video? Because that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm getting out of the gym. Just now getting out of the gym, and I was thinking about that. There is no reason for me to not be putting out content every single week. 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm on my way home. And guess what? Guess what I'm doing all the way home? Yap to this camera. Because look, I'm going to show you how to do it. All you people who think you're struggling making content, all you people who are worried, who just have this anxiety, hey, I don't know what to post, I don't know what to do. I'm about to show you just now, off the top of my head, how easy this is. I'm going to show you how easy this is, because we all have a lot of thoughts. And I don't know what our fears are and what our anxiety is that keeps us from posting it. Maybe you're worried about nobody watching it. And that really, nobody watching it should be the least of your worries, because that means you're seriously free to post anything without any type of backlash, because ain't nobody watching you. This is where you learn how to perfect your craft. This is how you learn how to get better. And look, we all have topics that we are very passionate about. Next time you get on these topics, just turn the camera on, for God's sakes, because this is what I'm going to do. Look, I made a video. It's got to be months ago at this time, where I was talking about how I'm going to do better on YouTube, and I'm going to start doing this and I'm going to start doing that. But I didn't give myself any type of definite limits, and I fell off. Like immediately after posting that video, I fell off, and it's been months since I've posted anything. Isn't that ridiculous? When I have the most random thoughts and the most random speeches and the most random paragraphs run through my head. Look, I was at the gym today. The gym today, man. There's these chicks that come in there. And I want to say they're Latina, but they might not. Maybe they're some type of spicy white European. Because when I hear them talk, what they're speaking does not sound like Spanish. And entiendo español un poco. But anyway, there's this girl, every time I see her, man, she does something to me. And it's been 2.5 years. I've been seeing her pretty much every single week for 2.5 years. And I haven't said nothing to her besides, are you using this bench? Seriously, I could go 10 minutes on just that. I could go 10 minutes for my love for titties. I've made songs about titties. I've made songs about booty. Check my TikTok. Millions of views. I can go on and on I could talk about my adventures as a hoe. And that's one thing I don't really want to talk about, because I don't want to teach people who are ugly like me how to be a hoe. Because it kind of involves manipulation and toxic behavior, not being really a good person. And also, being a hoe has negative long-term effects. It's not a good move. Being promiscuous is not a good look. So there's no way in the world I would even talk about that without also giving you the cons of what I've learned. I could talk about just what I've learned about women in general, because I started trying to learn about women when I was 11 years old. I set out to learn everything there is to know about women, and it took me 21 years to give up. But in that 21 years, I really learned a lot. And even though I gave up on learning everything there is to know about women, I did learn a lot, and there's a lot that I could share with people in general. I'm on a fitness journey. I started at 312 pounds. I stay consistently under 255 pounds. I've dipped all the way into the 240s. I'm cutting again, and my goal is to hit 230 butt naked. So that's another thing. I could talk 10 minutes about that. I could talk 10 minutes about my findings about what herbs improve your sexual health as a man, your performance, your mental clarity. There's so many things I could talk about, but so many things that I don't. And there's so many things that you could talk about, and you don't. Why? Get on the camera, turn it on, and yap for 10 minutes. Maybe you don't think that you can hold people's attention for 10 minutes. And it's not important, because you can see how far you hold people's attention to. I listen to Brandon Carter a lot, aka King Keto, aka Gymnasium Jesus. These are the nicknames I've heard him call himself. But he says a lot of ghetto stuff and a lot of off the wall stuff, but it makes him entertaining to listen to. Me, I think I do better with personal conversation as far as entertainment, because I feel there's a certain amount of weirdness just sitting here, and I'm really just talking to myself. There's nobody in this car with me. I'm talking to my freaking self, and there's a camera watching me. So I do better when I'm interacting with people, and I want this channel to be interactive. In fact, I think I'm going to use my shorts to answer my favorite comments. But anyway, what I know I'm fitting to do is yap in front of this camera every single week for at least 10 minutes. And I'm going to do that for a whole year. My mom died last year. In fact, this past Saturday, the 15th, marked 1 year, because she died Friday last year, March 15th. And she could definitely talk. And that was one thing that kind of took a lot of steam out of my sails. But I've seen creators go through not only the loss of their mothers, but all types of losses, and still continue to make content. Now, of course, maybe you're in the same boat as me, and you don't have to do content. Maybe you have a job. Maybe you have something, stable, and I was able to. I turned 40 last year. I turned 40 years old was my first birthday without my mom. And this year, and being 40, I had a goal of taking 6 vacations. And I could make a 10-minute video easily about each one of those vacations. Vegas was crazy. I took 6 vacations. I've actually 7 since June 14th, my birthday last year. So I have another vacation coming up next month, August. And it will be my last vacation, I believe. And that would be 8 vacations I took at 40 years old. From this point going forward, unless I increase the level of life, I'm going to back it down to something more normal for somebody in my position, a single man with no kids, which would be 3 to 4 vacations every year, not 8. Now, let some money pop off, and you're going to see something crazy. You don't think I'm Coolest up in here. If y'all know Coolest, he does some of the best reviews on hotels like Vegas and Cancun and Punta Cana is where most of the videos I watch. Shout out to Coolest. He's an awesome creator. But anyway, see, it's already 9 minutes and I done yapped. And there's so many things I could have said. It's already 9 minutes. So here's what I'm going to do. And this is what I challenge you to do. And I want you to tell me if anything resonates with you, or if there's any topics you want me to talk about, because I'm just gonna yap about. I'm gonna start yapping about random stuff if I get no comments. If nobody watches this and leaves a comment, I'm gonna yap about something. If somebody asks me a question, then I'm gonna yap about what they ask me about. So here's what I'm gonna do, and here's what I challenge you to do if you're having the same problem with creating content. Maybe you don't want to do 10 minutes. Maybe 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes is all you need. But for me, I feel like the 10-minute mark is what I need to shoot for, because there's so many topics that I could talk for 30 minutes for. So many, but I could break those up into parts and make a series out of it if I need to. The endless amount of material I could do about titties is absolutely amazing. Because why do we like titties? And you know what? I'm not gonna start that, because, and see, here I am. I'm almost home. And I've already talked over 10 minutes. So anyway, back to, I'm getting off topic. Get in front of the camera, turn on the camera, and start yapping. Because this is what I want y'all to hold me accountable. I'm going to I'm going to hold myself accountable. Every week for at least a year, I'm going to get on here, and I don't care what I have to do. If I have to turn on the camera simply when coming home from the gym, or driving to Greensboro, or whatever, if I have to take 10 minutes on my lunch break at work and just turn the camera on and yap, I'm going to do that every week for at least 52 weeks, at least a year's time. And I suggest that you do the same thing too. And let me know how things work. See, I'm pulling into my apartment complex right now. Right now. 11 minutes, baby. Uncle Step Bro out. Holla at your boy.